Waterville teenager has signed a plea agreement admitting he conspired to provide material support to terrorists. That document filed today in federal court in Bangor. 19-year-old Xavier Pelkey, who lived in Waterville until his arrest last year, stands accused of plotting to attack a mosque in Chicago in the name of ISIS. Prosecutors say FBI agents found 3 homemade explosive devices in his bedroom and an ISIS flag hanging on his wall. Pelkey's plea hearing is scheduled for next Friday before a U.S. district judge. He faces a maximum sentence of 15 years in prison for material support. With the plea deal, prosecutors agreed to dismiss a second criminal charge, possession of unregistered destructive devices. Pelkey signed the agreement on March 7th, co-signed with his defense attorney and an assistant United States attorney.